time because I have another meeting.
Yes,
I
sir.
need that meeting for some time. Then we'll
Yes,
continue.
yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, I may
Thank
join
you.
back after some time.
Yes.
Okay.
Kaveri, just give us a go ahead when you have started the streaming, okay?
I'll just grab a glass of water.
Wait for a moment. Don't start.
Okay, great. So good morning to one and all present here. Today, I, Garima Gupta,
And I, Arohi Shinde, welcome you all to the informative webinar on 3D printing.
3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, is an emerging technology expected to replace manufacturing processes and revolutionize the industrial activities in various sectors.
We at IEEE S.P.I.T, in collaboration with the US Institute of 3D Technology, California, USA training partner, and Futuready Skills, present to you an opportunity to explore the vast possibilities of 3D printing in today's webinar, which is Job and Opportunities in 3D Printing Technology. At the end of today's webinar, we will float a feedback form that will be active for a shorter time. Certificates will be issued to those who complete the feedback on time.
The esteemed speakers present with us today for the session are Dr. Yogi Gandhi and Mr. Nitin Chaudhary. Dr. Yogi Gandhi is an astute entrepreneur with vast experience in building startup businesses. He is currently the CEO of US Institute of 3D Technology, where his vision is to bring the 3D printing technology to schools and colleges across India.
Mr. Nitin Chaudhary is the founder of Shree Rapid Technologies, SRT, and one of the first promoters of additive manufacturing in India. We welcome you, sir. We now request Mr. Nitin Chaudhary to carry forward with the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Arohi, for the introduction, and welcome to all, and good morning to all. And this webinar is about the opportunities and the what is the challenges and what are the vast, vast experience you can get using 3D printing and vast opportunities you can have using 3D printing. We at Shree Rapid Technologies in Mumbai, we are always looking for a fresh manpower and new people who are passionate and interested about 3D printing. When we started around 25, 27 years back in 3D printing, we initially worked with the big OEM manufacturers of automotive industry like Bajaj Auto, like Tata Motors, Maruti, and they were the initial adopters of these 3D printing technologies. And these technologies initially were used for, you can say, prototyping purpose or for the new automotive designs for the conceptualizing purpose. Later on, there are a lot of new technologies being launched, a lot of new materials being launched, and then the technology started spreading into different ways of different areas of manufacturing. So now I can tell you that we are into almost every part of the industry, be it healthcare market, be it dental market, be it jewelry market, automotive, consumer goods, auto ancillaries, tool rooms, I would say, and there are a lot of opportunities also into education market. So the kind of opportunities what we are able to see and the kind of adoption of 3D printing we are able to see now is I think no other technology has seen such kind of adoption in last 20, 30 years. So I would say this is a part of Industry 4.0, and this is the part of the way the future manufacturing is going to happen. So if we have people with the older industry background or older industry experience, they may understand that there was an industry, maybe you read it in the engineering colleges, there was an industry when we were using automats or where we were using manual machines, then there was a time when everything was computerized, numerically controlled, that is CNC machines came into picture 30 years back, and the whole industry changed, and then the CAD-CAM applications came around 20, 30 years back. It changed the whole industry. And now the conventional manufacturing has taken aback, and now everything is done on CNC manufacturing machines. Everything is done design using CAD-CAM. And the same is happening now with 3D printing. Now people and designers and the manufacturing engineers across all industry portfolio have started realizing that 3D printing is also a way of manufacturing, and that's a big step. So in future, when now you already in your engineering colleges, in your books, you are studying 3D printing as one way of manufacturing. When we studied engineering, there was no 3D printing in our books. So because it doesn't exist. So now almost all the IITs, all the NITs, all the REC engineering colleges, or all the small and private engineering colleges, they have a kind of 3D printing curriculum. They have a CAD/CAM lab, they have a 3D printing lab, and they are introducing these technologies to the students. And students will be interested to know why this technology is important. There are desktop printers, and we can make small parts, and maybe we can make some small concept models, but that is not the case. This is the introduction of 3D printing technology to the students and the education curriculum. It is a thought process for the future engineers to come, that we can manufacture we can manufacture items, or we can manufacture the products even layer by layer. So that's a big concept. And designers started thinking that if we start manufacturing the products layer by layer, what are the limitations we can avoid, which we had with the conventional manufacturing? And that's a very important shift. And that's where all the designers, all the product designers, all the future engineers started thinking, and they realized that there are a lot of opportunities they can have if they start manufacturing the things layer by layer. And then started the R&D by different people. Then started a lot of new big companies getting into it, a lot of big multinationals getting into 3D printing, and they started realizing that this technology is far, far superior, and it has got far, far better advantages over the conventional manufacturing than the and what they thought. And that's when a lot of big multinational, a lot of big companies, a lot of education individuals, a lot of professors, a lot of PhD doctors started putting hours of efforts into this technology and to develop this technology. And what has happened in last 5 to 7 years is astonishing. It never, I'm in this field for the last 25 years, but what has happened in the last 5 years, the speed at which it has taken is astonishing. So now it is a self-sustaining and self-propelled industry. And I think everything what exists on this earth is getting manufactured using 3D printing, or people are exploring if I can manufacture it by 3D printing. So to take an example now, the new industry which is coming up is construction industry. And you can imagine a construction industry is something which is a very, very labor intensive. You want to make a big tower, or you want to make a big complex, you need so many labors and you need so many things to move. If you are able to actually make a 3D printer which can deposit layer by layer, like we do the laying of the bricks layer by layer, but it's done by the mason and the labor. Here we are doing it by the robots, and where it is done by 3-axis 3D printing machines. So people have started realizing, and a lot of companies are now working in this construction field, and we are already able to see there are some homes, there are some complexes made by 3D printing. So this is going to eliminate a lot of manpower, definitely, but this is also going to eliminate a lot of limitation what we are facing. For example, if you want to construct something in Siberia, we need to take manpower to Siberia. We need to take manpower in the those conditions. It's a very, very extreme condition of human. If you want to take some manpower into war-affected zone, so we need to take so much of manpower to construct certain things, which can happen just by one 3D printing machine, which is operated completely by computerized control. So we have nowadays, the whole world is controlled by cloud computing. We have nowadays, the whole world is connected with the very high-speed internet fiber optics network. So we can control a lot of things completely remotely now. The whole webinar, we are doing it completely remotely. So you are able to listen to me as if I'm sitting in the same classroom where we used to actually do this type of lectures. So this is the advantage of technology, and same thing is happening with 3D printing. So I want to give an example. Last year we had the Corona pandemic, and everybody was reduced to the homes. And I want to tell you that we have a full-fledged 3D printing center in Mumbai, and we were running the whole 3D printing center from the third day from the Corona started. I mean, 27th of March 2020, we started our 3D printing center, and till today it's running every day. How is it possible? Because only with 1 or 2 people I can run the whole system. People, I just connected them to the network. They had a laptop at their home. They were programming the machines were running. Only I needed 1 or 2 people just to remove the parts, put on another platform, and clean the parts, pack the part, and send it to the customers. So we were printing parts for the ventilator companies. We were printing parts for the mask companies on 3D printing machines, because all the factories were closed. So you can imagine this type of scenarios, what can be done with 3D printing. Now, coming back to the careers, what we can get in 3D printing, I would say we have a lot of shortage of technical manpower who understand 3D printing. So in sales of 3D printing, in service of 3D printing machines, and application of 3D printing machines. These are the 3 major regions where we need manpower, and there will be always a shortage of manpower. Wherever we introduce 3D printing, wherever we sell 3D printing machines, people ask, can I get trained manpower? So that he can start getting the output from the day one. So you can imagine that we most of the time have to train people for 1 week, 2 weeks at the customer side. Then the engineer leaves. Then another after 6 months, we have to train another engineer. So this goes on continuing. So a trained manpower is very, very important. Like we have now in engineering colleges, the curriculum about 3D printing. So people know basic knowledge about 3D printing technologies. Like they know SLA, they know SLS, all those things. 10 years back, when we were interviewing people, we had nobody who can tell me about that. I know something about 3D printing. So 10 years back, we were completely new, and we were hiring completely raw manpower. And it used to be between 1 to 2 years before we can put him into the field. So 1 to 2 years we used to spend in our office, in our company, going along with experienced people, and the person is to get trained. Nowadays, the situation is not like that. The person to go on the field is reduced to minimum 2 to 3 months, because he knows 3D printing, he knows the background. So we don't have to give them the basic about basic 3D printing knowledge. So that is a very good thing what has happened. But where do we see now opportunities is the technologies which are now used in the industry. People should be immediately trained on those technologies. So if I get a requirement for application engineer into any manufacturing company like Bajaj Auto or Tata Motors or any other company, I can immediately tell them, yes, we have people, and these are the people whom we can certify they're trained enough on these technologies. So that is very, very important. And this application, then coming back, the people who are interested in R&D, there are huge opportunities. There are a lot of companies in India now exploring the ways of 3D printing. And one thing I would like to mention that in Indian context, when we talk about 3D printing, I think India today is almost at the same level as compared to any other country in the world. This situation has never ever happened. When you talk about 3D printing and rapid manufacturing, India is almost at the same level as any other country in the world. What it means is India has got tremendous opportunities to, you can say, to actually, I'm not able to use the correct English word for that, but actually we missed the third industrial revolution in 80s, when China went ahead of everybody and they set up big manufacturing plants, big CNC machine, thousands of machines, and we missed that mass manufacturing and CNC revolution what happened in 80s, and now it's up till now it's continuing. But now the revolution is happening with 3D printing, and we are at the same level as China or USA or Europe. So everybody is exploring, everybody is now putting up 3D printing factories, and even in India, people are looking. So if we have entrepreneurs, if we have education people, if we have some very good intelligent R&D engineers who put their brain and knowledge, I think we can also surpass. And I don't think anybody will disagree that when it comes to technical manpower, when it comes to the analytical manpower, and when it comes to the engineering and computing manpower, India is best amongst anyone in the world, and we have proven it with all the different industries where we are working. So, I think government is also supporting a lot about 3D printing, and there is a lot of focus on Make in India program for 3D printing. There is a lot of focus on Make in India program for manufacturing industry, and this manufacturing, when it's going to get shifted in India after the pandemic, I think there is a vast chance that 3D printing can become a part of this workflow, and then we are able to actually capture and maybe go ahead of the world. And that is where, if somebody asks me opportunity, this is the biggest opportunity what we have as a country. And when we have an opportunity like this for a country, I think industry people like us, education people like you, and the companies like USI 3DT has a big role to play to encourage new manpower. And I would say, if somebody asks me who can come into 3D printing, I can tell you that any person on this earth who has a creative mind, he can come into 3D printing. So if somebody asks me, is it necessary to be engineer to come into 3D printing? I would say no. It can be a commerce graduate, it can be a cost accountant, it can be electronics engineer, it can be a computer specialist, because 3D printing needs everyone. 3D printing is going to change the whole industry. So if we have, like in my own organization, I need a very good cost accountant. I need a very good strategist who can strategize the company, who can strategize the goal. So same thing, when people are concentrating on manufacturing, you need people for working on your accounting. You need people for working on your costing, how the industry costing, because every manufacturing industry needs all these people. You know, every manufacturing industry, they have cost accountant, very experienced cost accountant, who actually put in place all the systems so that the whole industry is self-sufficient. They are able to make good revenue, they are able to make good profits. So I think every industry will need, every education segment, every education stream will be needed in 3D printing. But today, I would say the maximum focus should be on mechanical engineers. I'm myself a mechanical engineer, so mechanical engineers, electronics engineer, mechatronics engineer, then computer science, then your computer applications. I'm not aware of the latest computer different streams in education, but I can tell you where we need a lot of people for cloud computing. We need a lot of people for doing online quotation, online running the systems, online updation of the processes. So whatever is needed to handle this type of portfolios, we need the people and engineers to understand, to take this forward. So we ourselves are looking always for the new and fresh engineers. And why I'm looking for new and fresh engineers, that I want people to think out of the box. I want people to think any product, I can say, any product which is manufactured, if it can be 3D printed. And if I want to give a clue to any students, if somebody has a doubt what I can manufacture using 3D printing, so I would say the priority or the first candidate for a 3D printing, I would say the best candidate is anything which is customized. This you should remember. Anything which is customized, anything what you are wearing, anything what you are using, which is customized or which is going to be customized in future, is 100% candidate for 3D printing. So this is a very, very basic principle. Now, is it necessary that everything which is customized only has to be 3D printed? Answer is no. But if it is customized, then yes. Then it is also possible that there are certain products which are not customized today, and there are some reasons why they are not customized. So the reasons are very simple, because the manufacturing cost for customization with the present technologies is huge. So I would say 3D printing offers that flexibility, that you can make anything which is not customized today, even tomorrow you can customize. So I am looking for people who can think how I can use 3D printing and change the workflow of the existing today's manufacturing. And this is where, and to do this, I can tell you it is not going to be possible for only fresh engineers. The engineers with 2 to 4 years of experience, or maybe 5 years of experience in conventional manufacturing, is the best. But I'm not saying that everyone who has this experience can be actually available. So I am seeing that a lot of fresh people putting brilliant ideas and doing the things which even the experienced people couldn't put. So why this is happening? Because I am a conventional engineer. I passed out in 1989. So I worked in automotive companies like Tata Motors and Mahindra for 10 years. So I come with my experience, but I also come with my baggage. Baggage is that I know certain things can be done in certain ways. But the fresh engineers has no baggage. He can think anything under the sky, and he can actually start working on it, which I never even thought is possible, or I never even thought that it's going to be possible. So the fresh engineers can very well make fortune because he has completely fresh idea. We are hiring fresh engineers as a GETs in our company, or maybe some internships. And I have so many projects I want people to work, which my regular employees cannot work because they have customers to attend, they have regular sales forecast, they have regular application meetings to attend, there are some regular firefighting at different customer places. But I can tell you that in last 10 years, we have changed the workflow in jewelry industry. We have changed the workflow in the dental industry. The whole dentistry has become digital. The whole jewelry manufacturing has become digital. We are working very hard into injection molding and conventional manufacturing industry to break the resistance, and we are quite successful to changing certain applications. And for this, we need new people, we need new manpower to think, and we want people to think completely out of the box. And this is where the opportunities for the engineering colleges, this is where the opportunities for the fresh engineers. And in our customer innovation center, we have close to 15 or 17 3D printing machines. And I give you did not exist. And now there are 4 or 5 different companies who have the complete workflow from people using CT scan and MRI technology to get the CT scan data, convert that CT scan data into solid model, and then solid model is sent to us. We print up, we do designing of using solid model, the drill jigs for the implants, surgery. We are actually making actual implants. Application is only possible with 3D printing. This is not possible with milling. This is not possible in any other technology. Then we come to dental aligner market. It's $1 billion business. Now there are big companies. There are 2 big companies coming up in India, setting up their plants in India. We are fortunate to be part of their technology partner, and they are looking for huge manpower. There is one company set up in Mumbai with 1,700 employees. You can imagine the kind of opportunities they have. 1,700 employees they employ in less than 6 years or less than 6 months. And this is talking about making invisible aligners. And you can, this product did not exist without 3D printing. So I'm just giving you a few examples of what all the new workflows are coming. And I want the new engineers, fresh engineers, to think what are the new workflows possible. Now, the third line we are working is we are making customized eyewear, the glasses, the frame for the eyewear, and they are 3D printed now. They are possible. They are now sold in shops in market, and people are really appreciating. And I can tell you anything and everything what we wear will be customized in future. And this is going to be possible only with 3D printing, because 3D printing gives you opportunity, and this opportunity was not possible with any other manufacturing till now. What is that opportunity? One single machine or set up 2-3 different 3D printing machines. I can one day manufacture dental implant. The next day I can manufacture the eyewear. The next day I can manufacture metal implants. So one factory with 3-4 machines of different kind, I can shift my production. So you can imagine, one example I want to give you, we had a recent challenge with Corona, and we know a lot of people face the challenge post-Corona complications with black fungus. I am not a medical expert, but I heard that this black fungus happened because of a lot of people had this oxygen mask and oxygen intake, and a lot of people were using this used mask, and there was infection inside your nose, and that infection spread all to your sinus bones, and those bones are completely gone. And these sinus bones and the part of the jaw and part of the upper jaw, I was talking to implant company. I was sitting and they said, and I was shocked. In post-Corona, in last 1 year, they had 50,000 cases which are registered in the hospital, which need almost full sinus bones or full upper jaw replacement. These are the reported cases. I'm not talking about, and in India, the population, unreported cases, people are just living with the, we have seen a lot of cases on the newspaper where people have actually lost the whole, the bone, and those who could not afford, they have to actually cut the bone and live with plastic surgery with a deformed face, like we were doing in the bone cancer. So, we have example of Mr. Sharad Pawar, who's our very big politician, who has the part of his completely lower jaw is gone because of the cancer. And he has a complete deformation on the face because of that. So just to give an example, today it is possible to make the complete titanium implant and completely do face restoration to the original level. I'm just giving an opportunity. And there are now a big new startup companies coming up to setting up such manufacturing portfolios. And I see this as a very big uh, opportunity for entrepreneurs, for the engineers, for the education people to develop this type of workflows, to develop the manpower to operate these workflows, and to give these solutions. So these are the opportunities, I can say. These are what I am seeing live today now. And we are actually also working a lot with the education industry, because we want to educate the students to get attracted towards 3D printing, to get into manufacturing, because I think IT, the opportunities in IT has distracted a lot our young manpower from the manufacturing industry. And that's why we face a lot of trouble in manufacturing industry to get manpower. I think 3D printing is going to get this manpower back into manufacturing, because 3D printing is manufacturing. It's core manufacturing. And people who want to get into 3D printing, I request them to get 2, 3, 4 years of experience in conventional manufacturing, because not everything can be 3D printed. That you should remember. And to know that, you should know conventional manufacturing. If you don't know conventional manufacturing, then you will try to do something in 3D printing which can be done in 10 rupees in conventional manufacturing. So that is very important. But a lot of new workflows are opening up, and healthcare and jewelry are the industries which are generally not so top of the line, and I would say cream industries as far as manufacturing is concerned. But those are the industries which are actually adopting 3D printing into manufacturing first, for more than 10, 15 years back. So we have, for the jewelry, we have almost close to 3,000 to 4,000 3D printers in India of different manufacturing companies, different technologies, and they are using these for making jewelry masters every day. So the handmade jewelry, the handmade masters is the thing of the past. It's gone now. So neither you get manpower now, because nobody needs them, and neither people want to have the handmade jewelry now, because people want very lightweight, very evenly distributed, very nicely made with the CAD CAM, very even, very uniform thickness, very uniform diamond size. Everything is possible. And you will be surprised that now you must have heard, even in the diamond industry, there is a machine-made diamond. It's not 3D printed, but there's a machine-made diamond. And what we say is a man-made diamond. And that has changed the complete world. And I will not be surprised that there will be some people who will be using 3D printing to even get into the diamond manufacturing. So I know it's possible, and people are working on it. So because what they can do and make any free-form shapes in diamond material. So that's going to be a huge opportunity. So this is just a thought. What happens after 5 years and 10 years, only time will tell. But the way the things are going at the pace, I think this is the, I would say, the complete revolution in the industry. And 3D printing is the biggest revolution happened in 3D printing industry, in manufacturing industry, in the last 30, 40 years. And this is where I think is the opportunity. If every product is going to get manufactured, we need maintenance people, we need application people, we need cost accountant people, we need even the strategy people, we need R&D people, everything. And the people who knows this technology earliest, they're going to get on the best. So I can tell you from my experience for the last 30 years, when we actually started, I would say 30, 35 years, we started Cnc Revolution in India. We started getting these CNC machines, and we started earlier adopters were the big tool rooms, but I would say mainly the government tool rooms like Indo-Danish tool room, Indo-German tool room. They were the people, all the where all the NCTVT courses were taking place. And all those tool rooms, they produced engineers who were actually exposed to the uh, CNC milling machines, 5-axis, 3-axis milling machines. And all these people actually got jobs in Singapore and Hong Kong and USA to run big tool rooms, because there the tool making industry spread very fast because of the government policies, because of the incentive structure by the government. And every product what we use today, the dies and tools are made in China or Hong Kong or Taiwan and Korea. So why? Because they actually surpassed because the Indian industry was not ready to invest so many machines, and that manpower was not there at that time to have so much of trained manpower. Today in 3D printing, we are at the same level, and we have a very big support from government, and actually we should not let it happen the way it happened 30-40 years back with the CNC and CAD/CAM advent of this technology in the Indian market. So today 3D printing, we should capture fastest and at the earliest, and we should actually become the factory of the world. It's possible with 3D printing, we can become the factory of the world. So, and people are now very, all the startups and all the venture capitalists are very focused, and they know the opportunities, and people are getting into it. So it's my request to all the students and all the engineers to consider 3D printing as uh, a big opportunity of their life, and study it and select whatever stream they like. And there are different companies. Shree is not the only one company. There are different companies who can offer you opportunities, and study and get into these factories and study. If you are passionate about 3D printing, if you are creative, you are the right candidate for 3D printing. I think that's it, Gandhi Saab. If any questions are there, or I think I request you to take forward if anything I'm missing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nitin sir, for giving an insight and inspiring the students. Now, to take this opportunity, the starts to learn the 3D printing technology, its principles, its history, so on and so forth. So please contact us directly to the USI 3DT or in Bhavans. We have a center there. Come there, we will give you all the details about the different courses, and then you are on your way. As Mr. Chaudhary said that India missed the revolution 3.0. Now 4.0, with your help, we don't want to miss it. 3D printing technology, what the expert says about it, like Deloitte and KPMG and Pricewaterhouse, they are expecting before end of this decade or 32 million jobs opportunity around the world. 32 million. Who can take this job? You can be part of that opportunity. 32 millions. And when we talk about IT industry, the whole colleges and everywhere in youngsters in India want to go to IT. There will be on a break. Somewhere world cannot observe the candidates of IT, those who are produced by a country like India or China. So now it is a new opportunity, 4.0, leading technology, 3D printing technology, and we are here to help you. Even anytime you have any question, writer, and Nitin sir will answer whatever questions you have. So I will end up, don't miss this opportunity, be part of the 4.0 revolution and make India proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So we can conclude this now.
So
We
there
are
are a
just
few questions in the chat.
eh, any questions? If you have any
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
questions, please ask to Nitin sir or me.
Yes,
I'm
please.
So
to
the
answer.
attendees can post their questions in the YouTube chat and we'll take it forward. So one of the questions we have received by now asks that how can we apply for internships mentioned by Dr. Nitin?
Okay. Before the internship, you have to complete the course. You have to know about the 3D printing technology. You have to know about the usage of 3D printing technology. You have to know about the industries using the 3D printing technology. You have to know about the slicing software, creating the Z code, etc. And then internship will be provided. And then today we are offering, with the help of Sri Rapid Technology and the Bhavans College, we are offering 40% scholarship to our total fees. Please contact Bhavan's Institute for these things. And then you can, once you know about the 3D printing technology, um, you apply for the internship.
So sir, there's one more follow-up question on the same, asking that the course that you mentioned, what exactly is the admission process for the same?
Well, please contact Bhavans regarding the admission process. It's not that difficult. The usually whatever the admission process is in a regular educational institute, same thing is this. So please contact Bhavans regarding the admission process.
we will
Okay.
have contact details at the end of this webinar also. So USI 3DT contact details and Bhavan's contact details, and then you can come and explore the whole opportunity and register.
Yeah. So there were a few similar doubts. So I think we'll float a email again with all the details of the course and the fee structure, etc. And the participants can go through it.
Yes.
So I think there's a few more on the fees, and I think the mail will clear it all. So do you want to take the fee structure question right now, or should we just post it in the mail?
Dr. Gandhi, could you just tell us about the 3 courses and the fee structure, please?
Okay. Uh, we have a primary course which you learn about 3D printing technology and the overview of the overall 3D printing technology. The second is an advanced course. In advanced course, you will learn the what kind of raw material you should use for particular technology, how you can convert your 3D file into the 3D printing technology, how you can create the G code, so on and so forth. And the third a course is, which is certified by the 3D Systems Corporation. You will learn about all the equipment of the 3D System Corporation, like Figure 4, metal printer, SLA, SLS, so on and so forth. That course will take about 6 months. It covers about 200 hours. So this is our highest certification course. It's very similar when you want to go to the IT industry. You have to pass the Microsoft certification course or Oracle or PeopleSoft or SAP or something, some others. Same thing in 3D printing technology. 3D System Corporation is the first one, with the help of Sri Rapid and help of US Institute of 3D Technology, came up with a 3D system certification course. And as Mr. Chaudhary said that, there are tens of thousands of uh, professionals needed. The company can sell the equipment when they were professional, those who are trained with the same equipment and same technology. So this is the opportunity. This is our 3D certification course. However, you can join with advanced course and then you can upgrade to the certification course. That is also an opportunity.
Okay, so I think those were the only questions. We'll wait just a minute more. If there are any questions, the participants can post it in the YouTube chat right now, and we'll take it forward.
Right. Thank you. Now remember, next 15 minutes, please fill up the form and we will send you the acknowledgement certificate that you attended this webinar session. And the second thing, very important, take this opportunity to get the 40% or more scholarship from our associates in any course, if it is in a primary course or it is an advanced course or it is a 3D system certification course. So take this opportunity and please specify in the form. Thank you so much. Looking forward to meeting with you in person in a very
So
near.
there are just two more questions if you can take them up. So the first one is asking about if there is any specific link of the admission portal, and second is asking you to shed some light on the fee structure as well, if that is possible to do now.
Okay. Good.
I think, Arman, we can release that via mail, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So Ayush, we'll be sending you the mail for all the registered participants and those who fill the feedback form. We'll send the mail with all the details of the courses, the fee structure, and where you can take the admission via. So I think that clears all the doubt. We now invite Anu ma'am and Talile sir to take forward the vote of thanks. Over to you.
So would you like to go or should I go first?
You please go ahead.
Meanwhile, just give me a second. The course detail information you can look into our website www.usi3d for David T for Tom.org. www.usi3dt.org. There is given all these details about the courses and the subject will be covered in these courses. Thank you so much. Anuben?
Yeah, Ritvik, and can you please put the website details on the chat, and then Garima can put it on the YouTube channel as well. So everybody can look up the read up on all the material that is there, and then we all welcome you to visit, call us up, and we will schedule appointments because as you know, COVID is going on, third wave is going on, so we will call you periodically so that we can counsel more and explain more, and we can take this forward. So I also take this opportunity to extend my gratitude to Dr. Gandhi and Mr. Nitin. Thank you for taking out the time and enlightening us on the tremendous opportunities in this sector. A big thank you to S.P.I.T, Bhavans, the team, and Kiran sir. We are so proud that we are hosting this course in S.P.I.T, which is such a premium institute of not only Bombay but in India. To the participants, thank you for coming. And I just want to say that we are at a cusp of a 3D printing explosion, and you are the future. So I hope you will take advantage of these various career opportunities and future possibilities, as this is one of the emerging technologies of the future. So call us, explore the opportunity, and get set. Don't delay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Great time.
Thank you, Dr.
Time
Kiran.
for
Thank
you
you,
to take action. We
Nitin
are
sir.
very
Thank you.
happy
Thank you,
to
Anuben.
bring all the people on the board. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, panel. So the feedback form has been added in the chat box. To ensure that you get the certificate for the webinar, please make sure that you fill the feedback form, and the contact and the email details are shared right now. So thank you all for attending.
Thank you, and we will write an email to you regarding all the details, fee structure, and the courses available, and where you could come and visit us and call us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice day.